Okay, thank you so much. We are going to have a special call meeting. Most of our supervisors are online, and we have Rupert, our Director of Civil Defense, and Pam Ulrich here with us. Could we have a roll call, please? One at a time. District 1.
Beverly Martin, I'm here.
Thank you. And
Okay.
District 2.
Hi, Rebecca Powers, I'm here.
And District 3. Okay, District 4.
District 4, Kent Jones, President.
Thank you. And Connie Rocco, President of the Board, District 5. Okay, we are here to hear from our director concerning tomorrow's closures. Thank you. Rupert?
Hi, thank you, Board President, board members. I was just looking over the 4 o'clock advisory is coming out on Marco. There's not a lot of change that we noted on this forecast. The only addition, we've gone also under a flood watch. That more watches and warnings are coming as we anticipated. The storm has not changed much on its tracking. With that, the evidence of storm surge, and I'm anticipating this storm surge right now to be about what we saw with Tropical Storm or Hurricane Cristobal. If they say any difference, then we're going to have to, we're ready to gear up, but that means that we're going to have more problems. The rainfall amount, they're hinting toward 8 inches, but they are saying 4 to 6. I have done just a very brief overview of the county since this morning. The back bays are coming up, and I have seen that personally myself. I went to Kramer Marina. The waters up front are coming up, as they said. Now, this is not storm surge yet. This is southerly winds pushing in, building those waters up. So we will start to see that storm surge overnight tonight, going into tomorrow night when this particular system makes landfall. They are anticipating on this 4 o'clock advisory, and you'll be getting it as the email package. Matt's sending it out while I'm in here. Making landfall somewhere just west of the mouth of the Mississippi over toward about Venice. With that said, the tropical force winds, what they're estimating right now is pushed out of about 105 miles on the eastern side. So yes, that will put us into more than likely sustained tropical winds. Now, I hate to say this, nothing has been normal on hurricanes this year, but we are seeing the outflow, and I have checked Panama City, Pensacola, the Panhandle, the Big Bend area of Florida is getting that outflow, which was systematic with what we saw with Cristobal. So that means that it is developing possibly a little bit better, and it's going to be a long realm. Where we thought we would get it one day, it was actually a day later. So that's kind of a concern to us. The Gulf is starting to show those signs, and I'm thinking tonight we'll start to see definitely pick up of winds, thunderstorm activity. May not be as heavy, but it does look like it's coming.
Rupert, could you please give them a very short synopsis of our morning call and the fact that everyone seems to be ready to go? And
yeah, we have polled our federal partners in Harrison County. We polled our state partners. We polled our cities. Everybody is ready. Everybody is stood up. Actually, we're probably stood up for the hurricane mode, and that was the preliminary that we needed to do. With that, and since this morning I have talked to Superintendent Gill just 15 minutes ago, the county schools he is putting out their order on closure tomorrow, and they will revisit that, and he said more likely to be closed Tuesday also, which that's the anticipation. The Catholic school district closed Hancock, Harrison, and Jackson County until Tuesday, and they'll revisit on that. City of Pass Christian has already done their local proclamation, and I believe D'Iberville is meeting or may have met by now, and they were going to do a local proclamation starting tomorrow. Ours, we started activities Friday, but it's whatever date, it really doesn't matter. I mean, we've been prepping for this for the last few days, and today we've really got into high gear. You got a copy of the governor's state of emergency, and I know I have the standard local proclamation, which would be the first thing that I would ask the board to entertain, but Tim has one that's specific for the county and dealing with the county business that we would have to. That's the original. I just have a bad copy.
I think I need that copy or
Yeah.
just it. Okay. So basically what you are asking for today,
The first thing would be the local proclamation, and then with that, we would need to do the request of the governor to do the state of emergency. But that's you've
Okay.
got several pieces of business that you've got to do.
okay, the first one is going to be the proclamation of existence of the local state of emergency by the Harrison County Board of Supervisors. May I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
We have may I have a second?
Second.
Kent, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. This is for the Harrison County Board of Supervisors and allow us to move forward in reimbursement or any
Well,
type
this-
of motion.
This would, that we are at peril and we would ask for, yes ma'am.
Okay.
But there's something, and don't quote me, and I don't know if Tim's on here, it's something
He is.
dealing with tax sales and finances of the county, so it's a little bit different than the normal local proclamation.
And if I may explain, I did specific to some of the county offices, the circuit clerk, the chancellor clerk, tax inspector, because there's some approaching deadlines.
I see.
And if the courthouse is going to be closed, that will folks an argument that the deadline is extended by whatever time courthouse is closed.
Okay, if you'd like me
So
to,
otherwise, it's pretty generic.
if you'd like me to, it says the Harrison County Board of Supervisors does hereby find that conditions of extreme peril to the safety and persons and property have arisen within Harrison County caused by the threat of severe thunderstorms and flash floodings from Hurricane Marcus or Marco, which has Marcus here, and
I'm sorry.
Marco, and
Marco.
Tropical Storm Laura approaching the Mississippi Gulf Coast, including Mississippi, Harrison County, and commencing at 11 p.m. on the 23rd of August 2020 until further notice by Harrison County Board of Supervisors. Is that specific enough? Tim?
I couldn't hear, you cut out, Connie. I couldn't hear what you said after an emergency. I think I had a sentence in there about closing the county courthouse specifically.
Yes,
the
I
circuit.
think that's gonna be our
Yeah,
next, that's our
No,
next,
that's the second
that's the
paragraph.
second paragraph.
Second
Okay.
paragraph.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the second paragraph is the conditions of extreme peril warrant and necessary, the proclamation of it to be in existence to provide health and safety to the citizens and protection of the property within the adjacent affected jurisdiction. And whereas the mayor for the state of Mississippi has likewise declared the state of emergency as a result
Mayor?
of the threat. Now,
You mean
the
governor?
Yeah,
You mean
governor?
it's governor.
governor, did I say governor?
Yeah, you said mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry,
No,
pardon
you
me.
said mayor.
This paragraph is
apologize.
the one that Tim's trying to get to.
Okay. The last paragraph is,
Now, there it,
now therefore, it is hereby the proclamation by the Board of Supervisors of Harrison County as in accordance with the Mississippi Code 33-15-17-1972 as amended, a local emergency now exists throughout the county and shall be reviewed every 7 days, not years, within the local until such a local emergency is no longer in effect and proclaimed by the board, proclaimed terminated by the board. All county offices except essential personnel as designated by the county administrator, including courthouse circuit clerk, chancery clerk, tax collector, and tax assessor are closed. They are closed until further notice that the emergency is proclaimed terminated by the Board of Supervisors. That was the most important.
that was the biggest one.
Yeah, that's what we were after, so. And that is what we have already voted on. Do you have another one?
Yes, ma'am,
Tim, is that sufficient to be read into the minutes?
Yeah, I think that's sufficient.
Thank you.
And I think what Rupert's fixing to read y'all is a request of the governor. Correct, Rupert?
Yes, this is a resolution requesting to proclaim a state of emergency. He's already done that, but it's the formality side. Whereas on August 23rd, 2020, the Board of Supervisors of Harrison County found that due to the impact of imminent threat of Hurricane Marco, Tropical Storm Laura, the conditions of extreme peril to life and property did exist in Harrison County. Whereas on the 23rd, 2020, in accordance with State Law 33-15-17, the Board of Supervisors declared an emergency does exist throughout the county. And whereas it has now been found that local resources are unable to cope with effects of said emergency. Now, therefore, it hereby declares and orders that a copy of the declaration be forwarded to the Governor of Mississippi with the request that the proclamation that the County of Harrison to be in a state of emergency, and furthermore, resolved that Rupert Lacey, Emergency Management Director, is a designated authorized representative of Harrison County, thereby designated authorized representative of the county for the purpose of receipt of process, coordination of all inquiries, necessary equipments to obtain available through state and federal assistance on this date, the 23rd of 2020.
We have a motion to accept the governor's proclamation for state of emergency.
Motion.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Okay, those two. So to make that more clear, we will be closing the courthouse on Monday. And will it be closed on Tuesday as well?
My best recollection, Monday, Tuesday, we will still be feeling the effects, but I'm going to encourage that the employees and the department heads continue to call, monitor, and Pam, I hadn't asked about it, but we probably try to do a department head, elected officials teleconference maybe sometime tomorrow, as we continue to move forward on this. I'd like to say it's gonna be out of here. Looking at how it is over in Florida.
Why don't we just revisit Tuesday tomorrow?
That,
I agree with you, wholeheartedly. I think if we close tomorrow, we should definitely, have a good idea by tomorrow afternoon as to whether or not we can open on Tuesday.
Right.
or,
The way if I may, the way the order's written, it stays in effect until the board terminates it. So if the board feels like tomorrow afternoon that it's, well, it's passed, you just call a meeting and move to terminate the order.
okay.
But
The way
we,
it
but
was
we,
written that way.
but we also want to stress to all those that might be listening to this, that we, want you to be prepared. We want you to be safe, vigilant, pay attention to, you can go on the website and also make sure that you pay attention to the weather. Because things have been known to change at any time. And,
Yep.
is there anything else that the board would like to, say?
Yes. I have a situation that I need clarification on. We have a setup at the Diabloville Civic Center for the Twice as Nice children's clothing thing. Now, they're not planning, they don't open till Wednesday. They could possibly move it to Thursday. But they are over there setting up and all their stuff's in there and they're just going to be pricing. So can they continue to do that? It's not open to the public
I would
yet, so-
defer that to our civil defense director and to our attorney.
I'd like to refer it back to the attorney, but if they feel comfortable going there and I mean, if they have a key, but, it's not open to the public, so I mean, they're
Right,
taking
not yet.
their own life in their own hand, getting out there on the road, kind of the way that I look at it.
Well, I just wait and see what the conditions are on Tuesday. You know, it depends on where the second one's coming.
Well, I think the question is, Tim, that, they want to be in there working tonight as late as possible, trying to get ready. And
Oh,
And
tomorrow.
tomorrow, yeah. Not necessarily night, but all day tomorrow. But you know, they've already signed all the waivers and so.
As long as they signed the waiver, I'd let them. That's fine. I don't see a problem with it. We're not going to be liable for somebody that knows the risk they're taking. Their house could blow away too.
Yeah.
Right.
Depends on where you are.
That's right.
I'm not open. They can't open to the public, which I don't think they plan to do anyway until Wednesday, so I'll make sure they know.
That sounds great. Are there any other questions? Any other questions of the board?
We are
No.
going to have not opened,
I believe,
President Rocco.
yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we had originally asked to open the senior centers Monday. I take that's a no-go.
Everything's closed on Monday that have related to the county. I believe that
We are,
Director Rupert has something to say.
you may get that call. We are on standby on 2 shelters if we have to, and that is County Farm and Social Lizana. LaBoy is set up as the senior center. If it was catastrophic, we could push them in there. My intent is kind of like what we did with Cristobal. But looking at the track, we still have 4 or 5 good hours tomorrow that we could, in talking with Kevin Coggins, that we could still use that window to get people in if it really starts to go bad. And if we open a shelter, we do know that we always get the Louisiana residents.
And I might add to that, that the transportation provided by Gulf Coast Transit will not be available tomorrow, but will be available if there are any evacuations. Am I correct in that?
Yes, no
So-
fixed route, but
no
evacuation only.
So no fixed route if you have, if you see anyone, and we're having no fixed route tomorrow, unless it's an evacuation. Anything else, anyone, any questions? Rupert will be available the rest of the day to inform you guys of any other, of the planning meeting that went on this morning. If there's any other questions, if there's not any other questions, we can recess this meeting until
Yeah, Connie,
tomorrow.
I got one.
Okay.
Sheriff, so y'all are saying that the courthouse is closed tomorrow, and potentially what you're saying is based on what happened Tuesday, whether it's gonna be closed Tuesday, is that what I heard?
Yes, I
Yes.
think, yes.
Okay.
We can terminate the closure at any time if we feel necessary and by direction of our civil defense director and the governor.
All right, sounds good, thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Do you want to set a time, so that everybody could kind of?
Do we know about what time the weather's going to be?
They said it should be making its landfall into the marshland down there about 7 p.m. tomorrow night. That's from this latest forecast.
So y'all want to meet again at 4 tomorrow? Is that too late, Rupert, or do you?
No, ma'am,
want
I mean,
to-
4, I'm trying to get that 4 o'clock advisory. So if you, you didn't mind bearing with me this evening, I was trying to get that 4 o'clock advisory and see exactly, but honestly, I think the conditions are gonna go downhill from there, this evening going into tomorrow, but, I would say 4, if, you know, it may be a little bit hard getting people. I would say cell phones maybe get a little bit busier tomorrow because people start utilizing more, but, I can give you a report at 4.
As the only problem that I see with 4 is that are we going to have enough time to get back in touch with our employees or just ask them to stay tuned to this website?
Well, we did that today at 4, so I guess
Okay.
the word to get out, I'm pretty sure.
Getting the word out to be off is one thing, getting the word out to come back is another.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Well, that's why we just don't, they're off tomorrow, except for essential, and they need to check in. Plan on coming to work Tuesday unless they hear otherwise, I guess, right?
That would
That'd
be,
that'd be the best, I think. That would be the best.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds good.
All right. Are there any other questions or anything anyone needs to know? Because Rupert is here and he is full of all types of good information for the public. I do stress to the public to go on the Harrison County website to find up-to-date ways for preparation and current weather. That's all I have. I appreciate of all. We need a motion. I need a motion to recess. We have a
So
motion.
moved.
Second.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed,
Aye.
motion carries. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.